It's been a little while since I've seen a product so bad it leaves the taste of ass in my mouth. Allow me to introduce you to the Nightlight Mat. I'll share the commercial with you all. As you can immediately tell by this man's face, he's having some nightmares. His face is all scrunched up like someone planted a wet fart on it and he's grossed out. He's having a rough night's sleep and it's about to get even worse when he wakes up and his worst nightmare has been realized. He's fucking trapped in a Nightlight Mat commercial.
Nature calls, it's the same problem. You gotta go, but your bedroom is so dark you stumble, fumble, and bang your toe.
Now this is absolutely a real problem I can see people struggling with. I'd be lying if I said I've never gotten up to tinkle in the middle of the night and hit my shit on a ton of things on the way there. But it's not that they're trying to solve a non-issue, it's that their solution is so fucking stupid it's convinced me Jesus isn't real.
Ow! Introducing Nightlight Mat, the sensor-activated floor mat with built-in LED path lighting. Now you'll never walk in the dark anymore, because the lights come on.
Ta-da! They're very tiny mats that barely light up, and you have to string them all together as if you're following a quest marker in a video game. Even in their own commercial, these lights look weak as shit. It looks like they run off half of a AAA battery. If you unlocked your phone screen, it'd light up more of a dark room than 5 of these put together in a huddle. It's super fucking useless, and especially because they're on the floor, you're not really even going to see what it's illuminating. It's still going to be mainly dark. Plus it just looks terrible, just these tiny random pieces of rug that are booby-trapped to shoot the world's weakest lights out of them. I swear to God, the light from a digital alarm clock is more illuminating than these. It's just super useless. Totally fucking useless. Especially when you consider that you have to remember exactly where you place these because they're only like 5 inches wide. So you're still going to be walking around in the dark limp dick in hand trying to find these fucking things and stomping around looking like you're playing Dance Dance Revolution. And even if you do get lucky enough to find one, you're still not going to be able to see shit except for that small platform. There's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't just use your phone light to find your way around instead of having these rug samples tossed around. It's just absolutely useless.
The moment your feet hit the floor. The secret is the smart sensor technology that activates ultra-powerful LED lights when you step on the mat and then turns them off when you're safely away. So no matter how dark the room, the light you need is just one step away.
Calling these LEDs ultra-powerful is a sin. That has to be the biggest overstatement of all time. But even if they were ultra-powerful, really great LEDs, they're still totally useless. Just look at the scenario they give you here. I don't know exactly what's going on, but this elderly woman's taking the walk of shame. She just got done with a one-night stand, so she's carrying her high heels and she's got her purse and she's going back after getting dicked down. But she's walking along this preset path like she's a scripted NPC. That's not realistic. People aren't going to take the exact same walking path every time. Also, I don't understand, are the nightlight mats something you leave out 24 hours a day, or do you only break them out when you think you'll need them? For example, in this situation, Ruth gets the call for a penis appointment, and she knows by the time she gets back it's going to be late at night, it's going to be dark out. But she doesn't want to turn the overhead lights on because her husband Henry might catch notice of that, wake up and catch her being unfaithful. So she planned in advance, she set the nightlight mats out so that way when she came home she could just step on these and find her way around. I don't really understand the situation when these would ever be effective. Even in a fucking power outage, these things would still suck ass, and a flashlight would be far superior and easier and cheaper and a lot more versatile.
Watch. Simply step on the mat once to activate, and once again to turn Nightlight Mat off. It's that easy. And Nightlight Mat is great to use in the kids' rooms. As soon as their feet hit the floor, it's not dark anymore.
You know what else would make it not dark? A fucking phone flashlight that every kid and majority of older people have these days. I'm no special effects expert, but this looks faked. This looks like it was added post-production. This does not look like it was the same lights that the LEDs have been giving off this entire commercial. This looks like the lights were so fucking weak that it didn't light up the teddy bear at all, so they added in a brightness to it in post-production.
Use Nightlight Mat in the kitchen for late night snacks.
Just look at this fucking picture here. What advantage did the nightlight mat give this little girl stealing cookies from the cookie jar? All the light is directed at the fucking ground, so unless she just dumps the entire jar onto the floor to look at the cookies on the ground, the nightlight mat's it's not gonna be any help to her at all. It's still pitch fucking black from the ground up. It just so happens if you're maybe in the ant's life and someone steps on a nightlight mat, it'll be like getting shot with a spotlight maybe. But stealing cookies in the middle of the night and you step on a nightlight mat, nothing happens. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't see a difference.
Or brighten up those hard-to-reach places in the closet. Be welcomed home with a light at your front door. Add brilliant light to your basement floor.
If your dad is relying on the light from the nightlight mat during his important work in the basement, he shouldn't be doing that work in the first place. That's a recipe for disaster. If there is something wrong down there, he should turn the light on in the basement or use his fucking phone light instead of the world's weakest flashlight on the goddamn floor. I don't think even doomsday preppers would think to use a night light for an emergency. I don't think there would ever be a situation where someone would think, if a disaster unfolds, I want a nightlight mat near it so I can still have light in case everything's going wrong. Because they just choose a flashlight over the nightlight mat.
Or put one in the hall. Use nightlight mat anywhere at all. You can turn on the big light, but come on, that's way too bright. So why worry and trip at night? But with just one step, your floor is super bright.
That is the only good point this commercial makes at all. Turning on the big light being intrusive to someone else, so there needs to be something in the middle. But the nightlight mat is not that middle ground. All this allows you to do is see maybe a couple of extra centimeters on the floor. Kind of. Maybe. It's just totally fucking worthless. A totally useless product. That's it. See ya.